Hi guys, I am back with another book review. I am Catherine and please like and subscribe to my channel. Today I am going to be book reviewing The Butterfly Garden by Hutchison. Sorry, have a hard time pronouncing the last name. And this book, I sat through it, I read it in one sitting. A lot of people, I've looked at some reviews on Amazon and some even on BookTube, on other YouTube pages who have reviewed this. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people have very different opinions, but I did. It is a different book. It is a little disturbing, but it's very different. I think people have issues with because there are some scenes in there that have to do with rape, with murder, with kidnapping. The rape scenes in here are not very graphic. You might ask me, what am I comparing it to? I am comparing it to Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I've read that book, and that book was a lot more gruesome than this one, I'll tell you that much. This book it's different. So this book is about a guy named the gardener, and he kidnaps girls starting from the age of 16, and he keeps them until they're 21. He tattoos them with wings on their back, and he puts them in a garden, and he's rich, and he's been doing this for a very, very long time, and he's never been caught. So he is a serial killer. And when you start reading the very first, let me see, hold on, the very first page, you are not in the view of the victim. You are in the view of the FBI, Victor Hanoverian, and he is talking about this girl that they found. And in the book, they call her Maya. Now, Maya was in the garden with 23 other girls. And what I like about this book, it focuses a little bit on the serial killer. It's not the main focal point of the book. Which there are a few parts in there where he in flashbacks, he's in there because obviously he's the gardener. He is the person that put her there. But it has to do with camaraderie with all the other girls and her waking up somewhere she's not familiar with. And there's like things of Stockholm Syndrome where when you've been captured for so long, they start have feelings for their captor. This book has some of that in there too. And I think it's one of the reasons why I like it, just because it paints a photo of a lot of different reactions of how people deal when they're put in a situation like this. There are some scenes in here, like I said, that have to deal with rape. The rape itself, it wasn't, I'm trying to think how to describe this, because it's traumatizing for the character in the book, but it's not, he doesn't do it to be mean. Let's put it that way. He doesn't do it to be mean. He loves his so-called butterflies. So he does a lot of very gruesome things. There are rules in the garden. If they get pregnant, if they get sick, they end up being killed because he puts them in glass to display their wings. So if anything were to damage the tattoo, they would die and they would be buried elsewhere. I highly recommend this book. Like I said, there are parts in there that are not great, and there are other characters in there. He has two sons. One of them is very brutal with, and some of those scenes are very hard to read. I'm gonna be really honest. Some of those are very hard to read, but they've only happened a couple times, and then after that, like I think it only happens maybe twice, and they're not, after that they're not very detailed. They after Maya gets hurt by one of the sons, the gardener bans him, but he eventually ends up coming back. And then there's just so much in this book that I want to go into, but I really want you guys to read it. It's very good. It's a different format. With most mysteries, you are dealing with the head detective, not so much the victims. Either the victims are dead, or there's really, this one, you have live victims in it. And this one goes from, so they're in an interrogation room is the main setting, and then she starts having flashbacks. She's telling him the Hanoverian, everything that has happened. I like the character in this book, Maya. She has been through a lot in her life, and the book also goes into her life before she was captured and I think that's why I like it, honestly, just because it shows very different backgrounds of all these girls. And some of these girls have had very amazing homes, and some of them haven't. And when you're reading, you see the camaraderie of these girls, of how close they are, and how just how they deal with the day-to-day being in this garden. I really hope they turn this into a movie, because I would go see it. So it bounces back and forth between Maya and Hanoverian, and I'll show you. So like your grand. So this part up here is Maya, and then when you see the little squiggles right here, it starts going into Hanoverian. So they go back and forth, but you can really tell whose point of view you're looking at. It's very easy to tell. I would give this book a 5-star rating. A lot of people don't like the rating. A lot of people think it's rape fantasy, or that's what they call it, but I definitely disagree. I will be reading the sequel. It is called The Roses of May, I think. I'm gonna be getting, because they have, I think there's 4 books, so I'll be getting the other ones and reading those ones. But like I said, I highly recommend this book. It was awesome. It was amazing. I hope you guys read it. And if you guys have read this book, please leave your comments down below on what you think. Give me your feedback. Okay, so before I end this video, right now I am reading No Exit by Taylor Adams. This one I will be going into detail about as soon as I finish reading it. I'm about halfway, so I should be finishing it hopefully in a few days. So you'll see another video of this on there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment and I will answer as many as I can. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel. The next video that's going to be coming up, since it's considered spooky season for me. I start my Halloween a little early. I start in September. I will be doing some recommendations on scary movies to watch since everyone's pretty much still in quarantine in California. Here we're not open yet. We have no movie theaters. We have restaurants that are not open, but you can order like food online and stuff like that. But it's still kind of quiet, and I know pretty much Halloween will probably be canceled here, probably for everywhere else. But that doesn't mean we can't have fun. So I'm going to be recommending some scary movies in the next video. So please like and subscribe. You guys have a great, safe day, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.